afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. Uh, Welcome. I got a few things that I have to do here. I would explain, but why? Why even go through it? Y'all know how. Y'all know how it is. Sometimes I just be running behind and stuff happens, and sometimes stuff does not happen. Put that up there. All right. Now I gotta put a message up. Um, let's see. We gotta go here and here. Mm, Oh, it would help if I spelled it right. And then we post that. And let's go here. We go here. We're going to make one adjustment. Hold on. Let me go ahead and go live on all of the channels real quick. Wait till we get live on all of the channels. Man, we live on Facebook. Man, we live on YouTube. Black Russian says, good afternoon. I'm making an announcement in just a moment. I'm making an announcement in just a moment. I want to give everybody an opportunity, the few who want to get in here, give you guys an opportunity to get in. But good afternoon. Good afternoon. Um, Good afternoon, Black Russian. Good afternoon, Anthony. Good afternoon. I'm going to tell you guys in, let's call it 5 minutes. 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, everybody who's going to be here is going to be here. Maybe. So let's give it 5 minutes. Let's give it 5 minutes. But I will, like, it's no big, well, there is some sort of breaking news, but this is just a simple, the afternoon experiment in about 10 minutes will only be live on the afternoon experiment channels. The afternoon experiment in about 10 minutes. Let's call it 3:30. Give people till 3:30. At 3:30, the personal afternoon experiment, the personal Emanuel Livingston page will not be broadcasting the afternoon experiment. The personal Emanuel Livingston YouTube page will not be broadcasting the afternoon experiment. So we're calling it at around 3:30. Around 3:30. So if you are watching this on Emanuel Livingston's page, go to the afternoon experiment page. Because at around 3:30, that's the only page that it'll be broadcasting live on. All right? So if you are watching this on Emanuel Livingston's personal page, go to the afternoon experiment page. All right? Because that's where it'll be. Now, I'll announce that a few more times as we go along, but at 3:30, that's the way it's going down. There's a reason for it. Don't. David says, "Is this live?" No, it's not. It's recorded. It's recorded. It's recorded. It's recorded. And the recording was jumping for a minute. I fixed it. But no, it's not live. This is a recording. All right. If this is your first time joining, welcome. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. My title is the King of Talk. And man, it's been a long, tough week. It's been a long, tough week. I just been super busy, but I finally got that. I didn't even mention this on air because it happened between my last time on air and now. I went, Saturday, I told you guys that there was a block party in Roseline, and I was there participating in the block party. It was a nice event, a nice turnout too. And I heard the organizer talking to the vendors, and like the vendors were exceptionally happy. How did you do? And a lot of them was like, I sold out. I was completely sold out of stuff that I bought. Stuff that I brought. So that was good. You can't beat that. And everybody seemed to have a really good time. Well, I had a good time. But on Friday, when I went, because I was doing the sound. So when I went to pick up the generators, I rented generators from a tool rental company. Put them in the car. They were really heavy, so it took like 3 people to get them into the car. Got them into the car. One of the guys said something like, just be careful as we were putting it in, when I was closing the trunk. Be careful. You don't want that glass to hit that generator. It'll shatter. Got it all in. I'm driving. And the way that they had put the generators, they were kind of lined up, from front to back in the car. And something in my head said, yo, dude, you might want to turn that generator in the back to the side. Because if that thing roll backwards, it's going to bust your window. Well, as I'm driving the car, thinking or saying this, I'm not 100% sure if I was saying it out loud or if I was just thinking it. I'm pretty sure I was saying it out loud because I talk to myself sometimes out loud. And sometimes I answer. But I stopped at the light, said, okay, I'm going to pull over right here to turn it to the side. Went to, hit the accelerator really slow. As soon as I hit the accelerator, it rolled backwards and shattered the back window. Oh my goodness. I was so mad at me. I couldn't be mad at nobody else. I was mad at me because I knew it was going to happen. I kind of think I might have even jinxed myself. But so, yeah, I had to put plastic and all that stuff. Went to the event. Everything was good. I was getting estimates for the back glass, like 500, 600. I think I had one that was like 480. I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be terrible. I said, I'm going to make one more phone call. And then I guess I'm going with the 480. I made one more phone call. The dude said 3:15. I said, what time can I be there? He said, oh, we got to order the glass. So it won't be here until Tuesday. I said, Tuesday works. I said, what time you open? He said, we open at 8. I said, I'll be there at 8. He said, why don't we call it 8:30? Just to be on the safe side. I said, you can call it 8:30 if you want to be on the safe side. I'll be there at 8. Put me down for 8:30. Come around 8:15. Come around 8:15, I pull up. He see me pull up. He's like, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm here to get my back glass replaced. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, that's a Honda Pilot. I said, yeah, that's what I told you, Honda Pilot. He said, I have no idea who you are. I got back glass for a Honda Accord. I said, then you messed up the order. He said, let me look. He go in, he look. He say, I don't have a appointment scheduled for you. What are you talking about? We go back and forth a little bit. He said, okay, what's your name? I think, how do you know you don't have an appointment scheduled for me if you don't even know my name? But I ain't going to argue. I say, Emanuel Livingston. He says, that name sounds familiar. I say, it's because I talked to you on Friday, or was it Saturday? I talked to you on Saturday. Made an appointment. He say, I don't have an appointment. He type it in. He said, well, I see your name there. He says, I gave you a quote. I said, yes. And I said, yes. And we made an appointment. He said, I don't know about that. I say, look, 2011 Honda Pilot. He said, I see the quote. And he go in and he do some more clicking, click. He says, oh, I see where I ordered the glass. Let me go look in the back. Come back. The glass is not there. So I don't know what happened. He says, but I must have made an appointment with you. Otherwise, I would not have ordered the glass. He says, and if I made an appointment, that means the system did something wrong. I say, I don't care. As long as I get my glass. I just need that put in. He says, well, hold on. Let me make a phone call. He called a company. Called a glass company. They say, well, we never got an order. He says, but my system says that I ordered it. He says, well, we didn't get it. Okay, whatever. He says, well, what time can you get it here? They say, we can get it here about 1:30. He says, all right. He looks at me and he says, they can get it here at 1:30. I say, 1:30 today is fine. He said, well, let's just call it 3:30. I say, if it's coming at 1:30, why are we calling it 3:30? It's just to be on the safe side. I say, all right, cool. That's why I wasn't here yesterday. So I go out there. I get there about 3 o'clock. He says, the glass didn't get delivered. I'm like, what? Some other guy comes out, they look in the back, they say, oh, okay, we got the glass. I say, cool. We'll take your car in there, we'll get it ready, we'll get going. I say, cool. Then they come back, they're like, oh, that's the wrong glass. They didn't say that to me. I could hear them talking through the office. That's the wrong glass. It's not the right pilot. That pilot has flat glass. This is rounded, blah, blah, blah. So then he gets on the phone with his manager, supervisor, whatever the case, and he's talking to him. And he's like, look, I got to do something to make this right. He says he came in this morning and, our system flaked out on us. And so I didn't have him in the system to do the order. And, of course, we didn't have the glass. He says, so then I told him to come back this evening or this afternoon. Said he's sitting out there. Now we got the wrong glass. I got to do something to make this right. About that time, another dude comes out and he says, hey, we got an order coming in. Truck coming in. My glass is in that order. They delivering it late. He says, oh, well, we all good now. He says, but for your troubles, I'm only going to charge you $225. I said, well, I'll take it. He says, all right. So they put my glass in, and I think I got out of there at about 4:30. So, yeah, I was happy. So that was the whole saga with the glass, and I'm so glad that saga is over. And there'll be another saga because I got to get the front glass taken care of. Y'all know how that go. Y'all, when I was doing the driving and y'all was all cracking on the crack in my glass. So I got to get that taken care of too. So I asked him about that and he said, because of all of the trouble that we gave you with this, I'm going to give you a good discount on that glass. I'm not going to tell you the price that he's going to charge me for it, but I'm getting a good discount. I already got quotes on that one. He's giving me a good price. So maybe one day next week, I'll have new glass in the front too. So, hey, you can't beat that. All right, let me say all my good afternoons. Good afternoon, Black Russian. My voice is still not back. It's already leaving on me. And it's been like 10 minutes? I don't know what the deal is with this. Anthony, good afternoon. Brent Beard, good afternoon, sir. He's checking in from Dallas. Sabrina Livingston, good afternoon. We got Tria in the house. Good afternoon from Columbia Township. David, good afternoon. Myosha says, rest in peace to the great Tina Turner. Yeah, I heard she passed away. So rest in peace to Tina Turner. Let me get a drink. There's nothing in there. My voice is just shot. It'll probably be another month or two before it come back fully. Brenda, hello, Brenda. She's checking us out from Fairfield. We got Andrea checking us out from downtown. LaDonna in the house from East Price Hill. Karen Dye Williams in the house from Dater Montessori. Y'all not out of school yet? I've been to 2 graduations this week. I went to one last night, and the little baby graduated from preschool. Still graduation. Yeah. Today, I figured y'all would be out of there. Let me see. Let me see. Got hater in the house. She's not really a hater. I don't know why I call her a hater. I don't know why I like messing with her. I don't think I've ever met Shahara personally. She seems like a lovely woman, and I don't know why I like picking with Shahara. I think because she was hating on me one day on Lincoln Ware's show, and because of that, you know, the stuff she was saying I think was kind of funny, and I always like it when people kind of pick on me and it's kind of funny. Like it ain't really mean spirited, but it's, kind of funny. And I think that's what happened. But Shara, I am here. She's checking in from Mason in the office. Scott. Scott says good afternoon from New Orleans. All right. If you're in New Orleans, you know them beignets that they have. Ain't that what they call it? The little donut thing, them beignets. Don't eat them. They nasty, bro. They nasty. They don't even it ain't even like a glazed donut type of sweet. It's nasty. Don't waste your time. Find a good donut shop, beignet. And somebody had me all excited first time I went to New Orleans. Like, ooh, I got to get that beignet. Because, they know me. Like, oh, you like sweets? I'm like, yeah, I like sweets. Oh, you going to love you some beignets. Oh, boy, you get them hot. And I was like, all right. And I went to the spot. I don't remember the name of the spot. They told me this is the spot for the beignets, whatever. I don't remember the name of it. If somebody say it, I'll be able to tell you if that was what it was. But, man, I went in there. I was excited. I ordered a lot of them, too. It's like, this is just it's like a donut with nothing on it. And the donut itself ain't even sweet. So it ain't even like a cake donut. It's like, almost like a biscuit. I was like, now I got to eat all these daggone beignets. I wasn't going to throw them away. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to eat them. But I had to suffer through it. So just take my word. Don't mess with them daggone beignets. Let me see. Anthony says, get a small used pickup truck. I have access to a pickup truck, but, sometimes, I'm just doing things on the spur of the moment. So that was what happened with that. Andrea from downtown. Got Janice. Janice telling us also Tina Turner passed away, age 83. Thank you. Rest in peace. Got McConnell in the house. What's up, McConnell? Boy, his voice, it just sounds terrible. Sounds terrible. Jason says hello. Randall says he recognized the name because you the king of talk. No, he recognized the name because we had talked and made an appointment. That's why he recognized. That name sounds familiar. Yeah, because you talked to me and we made an appointment. You asked me, how do you spell that just so I get to spell it right? That's how. We got Tina in the house. Tina. Regina in the house. Good afternoon. Black Lion in the house. All right. Got Diane in the house. All right. It is not COVID. I actually got tested for COVID because the other job, when I got sick, he was like, look, some elderly people here. I don't want to take no chances. Go get tested for COVID. Don't worry, I'll pay for it. Just go get tested. So I went to, the little clinic in Kroger. And they did the test and the whole nine. He was like, nope, you ain't got no COVID. I was like, all right, I knew I didn't. We got Vincent in the house. Vincent in the house from Mason. All right. Let me see. Nah, I didn't go to Safe Light. I went to, one of them kind of, it ain't like, I figured if you kind of go to one of the big places, they know what they get enough business. So they be like, this is our price. If you don't like it, get to stepping. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no negotiating, no nothing. You go to some of the smaller places, they can play around with price a little bit. They would charge you a little less on the labor. They can do that type of stuff. And when I told him I had two windshields that I need replaced, oh, he was happy because he knew I was going to, give him that business. Um, let's see. Cindy told me to get some moonshine. I don't mess with that alcohol. I don't mess with that alcohol. Uh, I'm glad you're getting that glass replaced after you broke it. I hope you didn't tell them that you the one who broke it. Yeah, I paid for it straight cash out of my pocket. My deductible is $500. So it kind of didn't make sense. I called the insurance company and they were like, you have a $500 deductible. Like I've seen this glass for $530. So you'd end up paying 500 and the insurance company would end up paying 30. And then, you'd still have made a claim and, your rates might go up. So you might just be better off just paying for it yourself. So that's what I did. That's what I did. What are the qualifications for a preschool graduation? Be there long enough till they say, hey, you too old. You got to get out of here. That's like it. That's it. That's an accomplishment. The kids getting kicked out of preschool. Got a few people agree about the beignets. Just nasty. Just nasty. I was not crying at the graduation. It's not a real graduation. I love the little baby. I love the little baby. They had him do a couple songs and everything. She won the Future President Award. The teacher was like, she's such a leader. She does something and then everybody else does it. And people are doing something. She tells them to stop and they stop. People listen to her. I'm telling you, she's going to lead this country one day. And I'm like, I hope not. But they gave them some awards. They did some dances to some songs. That was it. And then refreshments. It's really the only good part about the preschool graduation. It's the refreshments. Myosha agrees beignets are nasty. You put someone's child in college that year, didn't you? I'm not sure what that means, Anthony. What did I say? Diane, instead of a beignet, would rather have a funnel cake. Yeah. Shahara says, you obviously didn't get them from the right place. They're delicious. They are not. They are not. And stop telling people that. Stop telling people that. They are not delicious. Cindy says, put powdered sugar on them. I did put powdered sugar on them. But you put powdered sugar on the daggone Bisquick biscuit, it's still a Bisquick biscuit with some powdered sugar on it. That don't make it good. They're not good. Stop telling people that. Scott says he'll try one. Thanks for the advice. All right. Just know I warned you. I warned you. I mean, you're going to have to choke it down. You're going to be like, dang, I should have listened to Emanuel. Angela, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Brent says, if you still had the vet like play in house party, your back glass wouldn't have got broken out. Yeah, but them daggone generators wouldn't have fit in there either. Let me see. Oh, again, let me tell y'all, in about 2 minutes, the Emanuel Livingston page, the afternoon experiment on Emanuel Livingston's page is going away. It's going away. You're going to have to go, if you're on Facebook, go to the afternoon experiment page. Just type in the afternoon experiment. It should pop up. Maybe it won't, but search for it. It'll be there. You'll see the little logo and you go to that page and then I'll be live there. If you are on the Emanuel Livingston YouTube page, look for the afternoon experiment with Emanuel Livingston page. Both of them pages is going away in about a minute and a half. Well, the the live broadcast will stop. Go to the afternoon experiment. The afternoon experiment. Nate wants to know why. Don't worry about why. Don't worry about why. It's not that important to you. Pamela says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Pamela. Terrence says, Grand Rising. I don't know what you're talking about. If that's the place I was supposed to go, I don't think that's the place. What? They're called beignets, right? I believe so. It's been a minute since I've been in New Orleans. I believe it's called beignets. I didn't have an amazing time in New Orleans. Like, I didn't have a bad time. But everybody, oh, New Orleans is so this. Oh, New Orleans is so that. It was just all right. It was just all right. The food was all right. The experience was all right. It was just all right. It wasn't bad, but it was just all right. Dwayne says, good afternoon from Mount Airy. Cindy says, I'll throw a donut away if the donut isn't sweet. You would not like no beignets, I'm telling you. Anthony says, I'll go over there kicking and screaming, E. All right. All right. Well, y'all might as well go on over there now because we're about to go away on the personal pages. The personal pages, the live stream is about to go away. So go to the afternoon experiment pages. That's where you go. There's a reason why I'm doing it. It's not important to you. Trust me. But that's where you go. That's where you go. So see you later on the personal pages. All right. There we go, off of Facebook. There we go, off of YouTube. Now, that's like more than half the people. More than half the people. Just like 2/3 of the people. Just gone now. All right? So it's just us. It's just us. Let me see. There were a few stories that I wanted to hit. A few stories. Hold on a second. Let me hit this button here. There we go. And there that go. Put that back there. All right. All right. Well, welcome, Jerica. Welcome. Vincent says they didn't believe you. I guess they didn't. But there were a few stories that I wanted to discuss. Hold on. We go here. There we go. And we go back here. Did y'all see the road rage story? What was it, in Claremont County? I guess somebody cut somebody out. Hold on, and I don't know why I didn't already. They say that the road rage incidents are going up. Tria says, am I in the right spot? I believe you are. I believe you're in the right spot. Hold on, let me see. They tell me the road rage incidents are going up. But I got some questions about this particular one. Just a few questions. Oh, scroll. Where's my story about my road rage? The dude that shot one bullet. He shot one shot at a dude. Black Lion said he couldn't find it, so he came back here. This is it. If you're watching this, you're on one of the live streams that's showing it. Because it's not showing on my personal page and it's not showing on the personal YouTube page. Just y'all. So Jason says, no more Facebook. I am on Facebook. Just search the Afternoon Experiment and you will see this same broadcast on that page on Facebook. I'm still on Facebook. But there was a road rage shooting. I can't find the story now. I don't understand why. Where somebody cut somebody off. The dude fired a shot. He cut him off and he threw a water bottle at his car. Dude had a gun, so he fires a shot at the dude who cut him off and threw a water bottle at his car. Of course, he got arrested. Got like a $250,000 bond. And, you know, he's in some trouble. He's in some big trouble. As well he should be. As well he should be. But, look, everybody get you a dash cam. And I think we should be pushing for new laws, for new punishments for bad drivers, for people who cut you off and all that. Don't shoot them. Don't shoot at them. But ain't it like against the law to like cut somebody off and then throw something at their car? Ain't that against the law? No, he shouldn't be in as much trouble as the dude who pulled out a gun and fired a shot. No. But, like, he didn't get any trouble. They didn't say, at least they're not reporting it. They're not reporting that he got a ticket. They're not reporting that, you know what I'm saying, he got charged with, menacing or disorderly conduct or something. There was something he could have been charged with. That's not legal. You can't just violate the rules of the road and throw stuff at people's cars. Or am I off base on that? Have they changed something where that's okay now? See, y'all know me. I'll be all about make stuff fair. Make stuff fair. I'm not making any excuses for the dude that did the shooting. Something should happen to him. Something should happen to him. Whatever that crime is, he should be convicted of it if he did it. Apparently, he admitted that he did it, which is another thing. Stop talking to the police. Stop talking to the police. Why would you admit to a crime? Why would anybody admit on the spot, well, yeah, I shot at him, but he threw a water bottle at him? Why? Just tell the portion of the story that you want to. He threw a water bottle at my car. So when he says that you shot at his car, did you shoot at his car? I'm not going to answer that question. But I will tell you he threw a water bottle at my car. I want him charged with something. Well, hold on, but let's deal with this shooting thing. I'm not answering no questions about that. What we gonna do about the water bottle thing? What was it? Well, yeah, he's right. I did shoot at him. Why would you do that? I mean, they got the evidence. They gonna figure it out eventually. But now, you ain't got nothing to work with. Your lawyer has nothing to work with. He admitted to the crime. Oh, well, I figured if I just admit to the crime, then that'll make me seem like, it'll make you seem like the dude that was shooting at people on the highway. But they'll look at me and they'll be like, he's honest. You shot at somebody. All the honesty in the world don't make up for that. Stop talking to the police. Admitting shit. Come on, y'all. Y'all should know that by now. You cannot answer questions, even if it seemed like they got you trapped. Like if you wasn't thinking and you start, and they say, well, how are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm doing fine. Believe it or not, when they ask you that, they're going to ask you questions that they know you don't mind answering to get you in the mindset of answering questions. It's a tactic. They might care a little bit about you, but mainly it's a tactic. Well, before this, how was your day going? Oh, my day was going all right. Okay, tell me what happened. Well, he cut in front of me, blah, blah, blah. You're answering questions. Is anybody injured in the car? No, I was the only one in the car. Well, what did he throw at you? Oh, he threw a water bottle at. Oh, he threw a water bottle. Okay. Well, why? Why would he do? He cut me off. Oh, he cut you off. He said something about a gun. Well, yeah, I've had a gun. You have a gun in the car? Yeah, I got a gun in the car. Stop answering questions. But they just ask me, they casual, they friendly questions. Oh, no. You're not in any trouble. Anytime they tell you, no, you're not in any trouble, you might be in some trouble. Stop answering questions. And he was driving like a maniac, right? Yeah, he was driving like a maniac. And you say he cut you off, right? Yeah, he cut me off. And you say he threw a water bottle? Yeah, he threw a water bottle at me. And then he said you had a gun. You got a gun? Yeah, I got a gun. Oh, he said you shot the gun. Well, yeah, I shot the gun. You admitted to it. Stop it, y'all. And I want to know what the other dude, what trouble he's gotten into. But it's probably none. I think you get a free pass when somebody shoot at you. You do something minor and somebody shoot at you, that kind of eclipses your minor. And they be like, all right, go home. You went through the trauma of being shot at. I hope you learned your lesson. He ain't learned no lesson. Anybody that just cut somebody off and throw a water bottle at their car and then get away with it, he gonna do that again. He gonna do it again. And I saw him in court. Oh, I fear for my life. I fear for my life. Everyone has PTSD, dude. But what you did was wrong. And I'm screaming at the TV, what you did was wrong. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that, though. I'm not for road rage. But many times there's a reason for road rage. Because a lot of y'all don't know how to drive. It's irritating. It's irritating. It shouldn't be that irritating. But it is irritating. Blaze says life is not fair. Get over it, E-Man. I won't get over it. Hater. I won't get over it. You effing hater. Piece of crap hater. No, I won't get over it. Life ain't fair, but it should be fair. Brent says, people think turn signals are optional. Well, they kind of are. Depending on the circumstance. I don't signal every turn. I don't. If I'm in the turning only lane, run up on a green light, I got the right of way, I got the green light, there's nobody at the crosswalk, and I'm in a turn only lane, why am I putting on my turn signal? I'm turning. And I got the right of way. I'm turning. I'm not putting on my turn signal. If I'm on the highway and you 40 feet back and there's nothing but open lane in the lane next to me, why do I need to put on my turn signal to switch lanes? Who am I signaling? The nobody that's near me? Turn signals, it all depends on the situation. If I'm getting on the highway and, like if you're on I-75 in Cincinnati anyway, you got just a little bit of room to merge. I'm merging. I'm getting on. I'm trying to get in that lane. Why do I need to put on my turn signal to tell you that I'm trying to get in that lane? don't your common sense kick in? Like, oh, he trying to get over. Well, I'm not going to let him over because he don't have his turn signal on. And so you be trying to get real close to the car in front of you so that I can't get in. But then I hit my turn signal and you, oh, give me some space. Oh, I wasn't sure what he was trying to do. Come on, that's bad driving. You got to do that zipper. I'm specifically talking about when you're, like during rush hour and stuff like that. When you really know you need to do that zipper thing. You need to do the zipper thing. Zipper thing. Somebody don't know what I'm talking about. The zipper thing is you got two lanes of traffic kind of merging together. Oh, let me scoot over so I'll be close to the middle of the screen. Two lanes of traffic kind of merging together. The way you do that to make it easy on everybody is every car in that lane, not the lane merging, let one car in. So you back off so he can get in front of you. The dude behind you back off a little bit so the dude behind him can get behind him. It's like a little zipper thing. You just all kind of come together like a zipper. And that'll make traffic, it won't, be free flowing, but everything will move better. But no, you got people, he ain't getting out here. He ain't getting in front of it. Why not? Y'all all stopped or moving real slow. You let one in, then he let one in, and everybody going. Come on. That's how road rage stuff start. So I'm getting in. Oh, I'm getting in. He not getting in. So now you riding the bumper of the dude in front of you, but the dude next to you that's just a little bit in front of you is trying to get in, and you going to make sure he not getting in. If I had to hit his car, I'm going to hit his car. And then next thing you know, somebody road rages, somebody throw a bottle at somebody's car, somebody pull out a gun and shoot. And then who's at fault? Who's in jail on a $250,000 bond? The dude who was trying to do the zipper, the reasonable thing. But the crazy person who caused the road rage, they good. They good. Come on, y'all. There are some terrible drivers here. Janice says, I still follow the rules I learned in driver training. Turn signals, stopping, counting to 10 at a stop sign. What? Oh, I'm raging behind you. Trust me. If we pull up to a stop sign and you stop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm like, make sure the little baby ain't in here. I'm making it one exception, okay? I'm behind you thinking, what is this bitch waiting on? Drive! Drive! Really, I'm screaming that in my car. I am in my car screaming, drive, bitch, drive! What we waiting on? Ain't no car coming. Bitch, you counting to 10? What's wrong with you? Nobody does that. Go! Go! And then if I got a lane, I'm getting around you. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm not throwing nothing at your car, though. I'm not even giving you the finger. I'm in my own personal space raging. And that's where my road rage ends. Now, I might, when I pass by you, and I might look at you and then drive. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. And then get to driving. That's about it. If I know it's you, Janice, I'm not using the B word. If I know it's you, I'm not using the B word. I am still screaming at you, though. And I feel like it worked. Like, they can hear me. If they can't hear me, they should be able to look in there. You got 10 whole seconds. You can look in the back window and see me. You know, oh, he mad. Ain't this the same dude who chased someone with a BB gun while driving recklessly, telling us how to drive? Two things about that. Actually, three. Number one, yes, this is the same dude. Many, many, many years and much more maturity later. I would never do that now. That was foolish, which is kind of why I told the story, to say how foolish it was. All right? That's number one. Number two, and just because I did something in the past don't mean that I can't give good advice now. That might be the reason that I can give such good advice. It's number two. Number three, you actually left the other page to come to this page to be a hater. That is dedication. That is dedication. You like, oh, I can't stand this dude. He's so self-righteous. He's such a hypocrite. He ain't smart. He ain't funny. He don't look good. I'm tired of him. What? I can't watch you on this channel no more? Hold on, let me look up the afternoon experiment. And click. Is this the right one? Oh, yeah, there he is. Really? You left a whole page to be a hater on a new page. That is dedication. Believe it or not, I respect that. Believe it or not, I respect that. Jen's saying she gonna be looking back at me laughing. But you counting to 10. Janice, you don't have to do that. You just have to come to a complete stop and then roll. And I don't even necessarily come to a complete stop. Again, it's all situational. If I'm at a 4-way stop and there's nobody else coming, stopped at either of the stop signs, I kind of do a little bit of a rolling stop. It's all situational. Claudette says he has grown up a lot. I was going to beat him up years ago. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. R-Dub says, stop whining. He went through all the trouble. See, I know you're not really a hater. That's just kind of your shtick. Like, you really love me. You love me like some of them dudes love LeBron. But I'm not gay. I will not have sex with you. Just know that. You can dream and fantasize about it if you want to, but it's not happening. Brent says, the rolling stops are gonna have you in traffic court. Like Martin asking Tommy, what does GTD stand for? Nah, I'll be all right. I look, there ain't no police around unless they hiding somewhere. And again, I really only do it when ain't no other traffic, nobody coming, nothing like that. There ain't no other traffic. Why am I doing all this stuff? Ain't the stop sign? All of that stuff is for safety. If there's nobody else there, who am I jeopardizing? Well, I mean, other than that, you know, I follow the rules. I come to a complete stop. I go. I use turn signals in traffic, except for sometimes when I'm merging. You know I'm merging. I shouldn't have to put on my turn signal. Your common sense should kick in. Other than that, I tend to follow all of the traffic laws. I drive the speed limit for the most part. Every once in a while, I might drift a little bit over. You know, then I'll look and I'll see it and I'm speeding. And I'll slow down. Unless I'm late to pick up that little baby. And then whatever happens, happens. Get out the way. get out the way. Get out the way. But other than that, yeah, I follow the traffic laws. What else happened? What else happened? They say that a landscaper got shot and killed up in Coreyville. A guy, this is what they say. Of course, I wasn't there. I don't know the real story. Oh, hold on. Cindy says, you text and drive. Yeah. but I'm safe. But I'm safe when I do it. I'm skilled. I'm talented. So, you know, I'm skilled and talented. See, I triggered him. I didn't mean to trigger him. I'm sorry, R-Dub. Most normal people can handle somebody saying sex without being triggered, except for, I guess, the people who were fantasizing about it. So I apologize. I didn't mean to trigger you. I apologize. Try to forget that I said it. Actually, what you should probably do is not watch for about a week. Get the thoughts out of your head. And then try coming back. And, maybe that won't trigger you. But yeah, they say that this landscaper was out working. He was doing the mulch thing. A guy came up to him. This is what they say. A guy came up to him and asked him, you got any money? And, hey, can I get some money? They say that the landscaping dude told him, I ain't got no money. So he pulled out a gun and shot him in the head. I said, this is just crazy. Look, I'm functioning like this from here on out. I'm kind of assuming everybody got a gun. I'm kind of assuming that everybody got a gun. So I'm functioning under the premise everybody got one. I'm not like hollering and screaming out the window at nobody. I'm not like I'm being as polite to people in person as I can. If it's not necessary for me to be rude, I'm not going to do it. And sometimes, even when I think it might be the best course of action, I'm not going to do it. I'm functioning like everybody got a gun, is having a bad day, and has always dreamed about using it anyway. Because you never know. You out there landscaping. Somebody come to you and say, hey, you got some money? Now, look, what's the right answer to, can I get some money? I don't have anything on me, but hold on, let me see if I can get something for you. And then leave. I don't know. Everybody got a gun now, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody got a gun. Everybody's having a bad day. Oh, but she looked so happy. He looked so happy. That person looks so harmless. That person looks so this. They smiling. They got a gun, and they're having a bad day. And that's the way I'm functioning with everybody. I'm here to make your day better. Hey, how you doing? Oh, man, it's good to see you. What? I got money. I don't have money. I ain't got no cash on me right now. But hold on. Let me run and get you something. Now I know how it is out here. I don't know, something. Jason said the answer is yes. Hold on. Let me check. And bounce. Yeah. Jenna say you have some money and they shoot you and take it. That's why I'm saying I ain't got no cash on me. But hold on. Let me see if I got anything over here. I'm not aware of the ethnicities of either. In none of the reports that I saw did they give us that information. None of the reports that I saw gave that information. Walter says going outside is like playing Russian roulette with your life. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. You driving, you get cut off, you get shot. You outside minding your business, you get shot. You working, you get shot. You go to the grocery store, you get shot. You go to school, you get shot. Like just people crazy. People crazy. Claudette says, no Cash App, you get no money. R-Dub says, and I think he's right because they put up a picture of the dude on one of the news stations. The dude that was killed was white, and he says he was laying down mulch. And at least that's the story that we're told. I don't have a reason to disbelieve it, but, just because they said it on the news, I don't know all the details. Y'all know how that go. Oh, he was just laying down mulch and then something happened. Then next thing you know, we find out that this person was actually in a dispute with this person and they was arguing and it turned violent. So I don't know. I know what they're reporting. I can't say with 100% certainty that that's what happened. I think I put this one up. Claudette says, no Cash App, you get no money. Yeah, I've been saying for a minute, it's hard out there. It's got to be hard out there. I guess enough people carry cash that it makes it okay. But for me, if you ain't got Cash App or, some digital, electronic or whatever way of me sending you money, I don't carry cash. So I would have been in a bad position. LaDonna says, did they catch the guy? The story that I saw, no, they had not caught the guy. Unless there's an update, which I'm, trying to go to. Let me see. A man is dead after being shot. The man who died is Nicholas Kernan, 43, of Cincinnati. The shooting happened just before 3 o'clock on Tuesday. He was taken to UC Medical Center. He was pronounced dead. According to a company representative, the man was killed, was an employee doing landscaping work when he was attacked. The company representative said the employee was doing some mulching when a man walked up unprovoked and demanded money. When the employee said he didn't have any money with him, he was shot in the head. Tuesday, police said they did not have suspect information nor a motive for the shooting. A Ring doorbell captured what they believe to be the gunshot fired. But it's not, they didn't capture the shooting. It's just a Ring doorbell and you just hear what sounds like a gunshot. So, but again, a company representative says that this is what happened. And it could very well be true, but I don't know that to be the case. I'll take his word for it, I guess. I'll take his word for it. Vincent says, so that says it's a white perp. because they quick to say black male, such and such, height and weight, but who knows? See, I think it's possible they don't have a description at all. They don't have a description at all. That's kind of what I took from it, even though I might be wrong. Tuesday, police said they did not have suspect information, which says to me they may not even have a description, which says to me that that company representative may not have seen what happened. And they may just be speculating, because there's a really good chance that the victim didn't go and tell the company representative what happened. He was shot in the head, dying. So that's what, that's what I'm like. If it was like, well, he was an eyewitness and he saw what happened, or they have video of it. So, we can tell that this is a black male in his 20s or whatever. But because they're not saying that, again, I'm just talking about for me to just kind of accept it. I don't know what happened, but I know that somebody's dead that shouldn't be dead. Somebody's dead that shouldn't be dead. Somebody want to know, is that the Claudette with the wheelchair? I don't know. Walter says, these robbers and street hustlers need to step their game up. I had a guy try to sell me some CDs. Yeah, CDs and DVDs is played out. LaDonna says it should be on camera somewhere. You think, because there are cameras everywhere. Again, when I walk out the house, I function under the premise that I'm on a camera somewhere. So I try to not do anything that I wouldn't want other people to see. I don't know who around here has a Ring doorbell. I know I got cameras outside. I'm watching stuff. So I don't know who's got a Ring doorbell or who's got security cameras and all that kind of stuff. But I function as if everybody does. Yeah, that's how I move. Hold on, there was something else. There was another story. Oh, by the way, Tina Turner passed away. For those of you who are just tuning in, who hadn't heard, Tina Turner has passed away. She was what, 83? 83 years old. I mean, it's sad, of course. But, 83, that's a good life, right? That's a good life. So, yeah. She, at least these last few years, she's been successful. And, hopefully she enjoyed her life. And, yeah. Condolences to her family. To her family that's remaining. Angela says, there had to be folks out and about at 3 p.m. You would think, but sometimes I drive through there and there's not much going on. Even at around 3 o'clock, depending on the little street, some of them side streets. And they say it was an alley. He was in an alley or somewhere near an alley. Oh, let me pull that back up.
Hi, I'm Bill Weber.
And I'm Adam Weber of AE Door and Window. May is Garage Door Safety Month.
But
stop. I don't want to hear no commercials. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but I could hear it in my ear. Yeah, and Anthony says, especially with school being out. So, yeah. Claudette says, I'm assuming she's saying, y'all would never forget my wheelchair. Yep, I had to, and I have my wheelchair home. So what? I didn't say nothing about your wheelchair. I learned something that day. I didn't know that they come in tow wheelchairs. I had no idea. So, Janice says Tina had a great life after she left Ike. She was a strong woman. All right. I'm kind of not going to address that. I didn't get a chance to address the Lakers getting swept. Good. Because I did not want to watch a flop fest in the finals. I did not want to watch it. How many times did Schroeder, however you pronounce his name, flop, fall on the court, and expect a foul? And thank goodness the ref didn't call every flop. Otherwise, that game would have took 4.5, 5.5, 6.5 hours. So yeah, I'm glad. Oh, there is this thing that keeps going around. And I keep telling people, yeah, Mark Jackson's still mad. He's still mad. I keep telling people this thing. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'm going to go on Facebook real quick. Hold on, let me see. Because I know it'll pop up somewhere. Because about 18,000 people have posted this thing talking about LeBron James didn't have a father, was no education. No, I got to find it. But the bottom line, whether I find it or not, is it's factually inaccurate. And look, for all y'all dudes in particular who like LeBron James, who have this unnatural like for LeBron James, there's nothing wrong with liking a basketball player, an athlete, an entertainer, a public figure. There's nothing wrong with that. But y'all don't have to try to elevate them to this level of almost a deity. You could just say, I like him. That's simple. That's simple. So I'm talking, I'm like, oh, I can't stand LeBron James. And you could look at me and you could say, I like him. That's it. You got a right to like him. Nothing wrong with that. He had no father. He did have a father. What, he Jesus now? LeBron is Jesus now. His mama was a virgin who had never been touched, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon her. And then, came. No, he had a father. His father might not have been in his life, but he had a father. Well, you know what they mean, Emanuel. No, so there's a difference. His father wasn't in his life. You hear that stuff all the time. Very rarely hear he didn't have a father. Of course he had a father. He had no education. What was that school he went to? High school. Wasn't that a private school that people pay to go to? But he didn't have an education. No education. None. He didn't graduate from high school, from a private high school, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't a private high school. But I thought it was. He had no education. Come on. He was flat broke. The boy had a brand new Hummer in high school. How you flat broke with a brand new Hummer? How you flat broke with a brand new Hummer? That's kind of difficult because the Hummer's worth something. I sense some hate in your voice when you talk about LeBron. Well, you're pretty good. I don't think I try to hide it. Here's what a lot of people don't know. This is the truth. I was a LeBron James fan till he posed as a gorilla on the cover of a magazine. And then, even after that, when people pointed it out, and then he got mad at the black people who noticed it. That's when I stopped being a LeBron James fan. Not even at the gorilla. At the being mad at the people who realized that he was posing as a gorilla. I was like, I can't support that dude. But up until then, I was a LeBron James fan. So I don't take away from the fact that the man is talented. I don't take away from that. But I don't care for him. And I don't try to hide it. But I'm also not trying to make it like he the devil. Like I like LeBron. He didn't have a father. And he didn't have any education. And he had no training. He played basketball all through school. AAU. He had plenty of training in his chosen field. But he had no training. No training. Like, come on, y'all. Just say, I like him. That's good enough. He built a school for it. No, he didn't. He didn't. That school was already there. It already existed. Is he doing a great thing by helping fund it? Yes. Yes. What is it, the LeBron James Foundation? They do good work. Yes. He didn't build a school and, y'all like he single-handedly was out there laying bricks and no. He's doing good work, but he ain't the Messiah, y'all. He ain't. Walter says, so just say I don't like him and move on. I tried. But now my timeline keep getting inundated with this whole fictitious tale about him. He don't use no drugs. So what they shooting him with? In his knee. When his knee is sore. I seen him smoking a cigar. Nicotine is a drug, right? Right? Man don't use no drugs. He's pure as the dribbles. Like, come on, say I like him. And just leave it at that. You don't like him? I like him. I like the way he played basketball. I like some of his what they call it when you give back. Philanthropic endeavors. Don't try to make him into Jesus. Don't try to make him into Jesus. You like him. I don't. Just leave it at that. If I close my eyes, you sound like an old racist white dude talking about LeBron. It sound like a racist white dude to say I don't like him because he posed as a gorilla on the cover of a magazine, but I appreciate his talent, but he ain't Jesus. That's what a racist white dude would say. Oh well. Then call me Harlan Crow. But we'll have Denver and probably Miami in the finals. I think I'll be rooting for, I don't know who I'll be rooting for. I would love to see Butler. Get a shot. Ron says, no, but the other things you're saying otherwise are questionable. Like what? Give me an example. See, here's the difference between me and most people. You give me the example and I'll look at it, I'll analyze it, and I'll be like, okay, that could sound whatever. Jason says, so is this the only format we can hear your show on now? I'm late, just trying to find out. Well, no, you can. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitch. Oh, did I put the Twitter? Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. Now, in terms of my personal pages, Facebook and YouTube, at least for the rest of the week, this is the only, on Facebook, I'll only be on the afternoon experiment page. But that might just be one more day. You never know how my schedule be working out. So at least for the rest of this week, it'll just be this page. But maybe next week we'll be back. I'm not sure. But you should probably just come to this page anyway. Walter says, we agree to disagree. I don't know what we're disagreeing about. Let me see. You know exactly what you said. I don't have to repeat it. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but if you don't want to say it, that's fine. But it's kind of not fair to say, like I did it the other day to somebody just because I was picking with him. Like I had said something like the Michael Jordan and the Bulls got swept in the conference finals. I was being sarcastic because they didn't. And he kept saying, win. And I kept saying, you know. What team beat them? That one team. I was being sarcastic. So if that's what you're trying to do, then okay. I'm not mad at you. But if not, then not. I'm comfortable with that. Jason says, what's the YouTube page? The normal one isn't up. The YouTube page is The Afternoon Experiment with Emanuel Livingston. The Afternoon Experiment with Emanuel Livingston. That's the YouTube page. I am still missing out on the MySpace people. Angela says, I already know tomorrow Lincoln Ware will lump Tina Turner in with his, you know, they come in threes theory. Yeah, and he'll make it work somehow. He'll make it work somehow, even if it don't make no sense. Jason says, that isn't live then. It is. It is. It's live because there are people commenting on that page right now. So they're watching me live on YouTube. The afternoon, just type in The Afternoon Experiment. You'll find it. Oh, he says, never mind, it's up. All right, thank you. Yes, number 1, Jim Brown. Number 2, Tina Turner. Number 3 will be the guy, the Earth, Wind, and Fire guy, whose name I can't remember. Used to play with Earth, Wind, and Fire. So he'll have his 3. Anthony said that's the first thing he thought of. Lincoln and his coming in threes theory. They do not come in threes. That doesn't even make sense. You know how many people die every day? It don't happen in threes. Just a whole lot of people die all around the world every day. Hold on, let me look it up. How many people die every day? And let's just say in the U.S. Quick stats. And this is back to 2017. An average of 7,708 deaths occurred every day. Every day. So you have to imagine it's somewhere around in there. Not 3. Not 3. Angela says divided by 3. I don't think that's divisible by 3. I don't think that's divisible by 3. Hold on, let me pull out my little calculator. Let's see. Y'all know I'm not all that bright. What was it? It was 7,708 divided by 3. That's 2.569. They don't come in threes. Let me see. There was something else. I don't know. Let me say this about Tina Turner. If you have like a favorite Tina Turner experience or something like that, then please feel free to share it. Here's what I know about Tina Turner. Tina Turner, you know, the whole Ike and Tina thing, but for a lot of that, I wasn't born. And then I wasn't really into Ike and Tina Turner like that. Like, I think they might have 1 or 2 songs where I'm like, okay. Before the Private Dancer album, I didn't know anything really about Tina Turner. And tell me Tina Turner, my parents and the people I know wasn't listening to Tina Turner at the family reunions and stuff like that. When we would go over somebody's house and music would play. Commodores, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't never really like Tina Turner. And then, you know, she had Private Dancer. So she had the What's Love Got to Do with It and, you know, Private Dancer. And she had a few hits off of that project. I don't remember them all. But then after Private Dancer, I think she had like the Thunderdome soundtrack, like a song on there. The We Don't Need Another Hero. That song, I don't know the name of it. But other than that, I couldn't really tell you another Tina Turner song after the Thunderdome soundtrack. I mean, I know she made music and people liked it, but I wasn't a huge Tina Turner fan. That don't mean it's sad that she's gone. Her family will miss her. The people who love her will miss her, and her fans will, miss, I guess, thinking about her and knowing that she's here. But I wasn't like a huge Tina Turner fan. Oh, Walter says, here he goes. He don't like Tina Turner. I didn't say that. I wasn't a huge Tina Turner fan. Tina Turner never dressed up as a gorilla, to my knowledge, on the cover of a magazine, and then got mad at the people for recognizing it. So I don't have anything against Tina Turner. But so then you, Walter, what were your favorite, not Private Dancer or Thunderdome, what were your favorite Tina Turner post Thunderdome songs? Your 3 favorite Tina Turner post Thunderdome songs. Let me guess, she didn't have a father either, and no education. Her mom was a virgin. LaDon, I said post Beyond Thunderdome songs. Hi, Emanuel. Same. Only knew post Ike Tina Turner from watching BET in the 80s. Black Lion says, I really didn't care for her music. I think I only like about 3 of her songs. But I'm not anti-Tina Turner. It didn't, like, when Prince died, I was like, oh, a little bit of a blow. Like, oh, Prince. When Michael died, I was like, oh, Michael. Oh. When Gerald Levert died, I was like, what? Gerald Levert? Oh, my goodness, no. What? Walter says, I just appreciated who she was and how she carried herself. Man, I didn't say anything against that. I talked about her music. And you said because I said that I'm aware of the Private Dancer and the Beyond Thunderdome thing, but I couldn't even name a Tina Turner song after the Beyond Thunderdome thing. Somehow that means I don't like her, which means if you can't name one, don't that mean you don't like her either? And I got to take a deep breath. I got a book to read. Tina Turner may be more of a touching thing for women, especially. She was a symbol of successfully surviving domestic abuse. She was always a strong symbol for me who deserved respect, even though she wasn't from my generation and her music wasn't played like crazy in my house. It was just known you love and respect Tina Turner. Okay. Walter says her music was part of the soundtrack of our life. Well, tell me your 3 favorite songs that she had after the Beyond Thunderdome. So decide the soundtrack to your life. You shouldn't have that much trouble with it. LaDonna says, I like Private Dancer. What's love got to do with it? Okay. I like those two. I don't know why I liked the actual song Private Dancer. I don't know why I liked that song, but I did. I enjoyed that song. Miss Pittsburgh says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Miss Pittsburgh. Miss Pittsburgh, aren't you normally on Facebook? You know, you can go to the Afternoon Experiment page on Facebook. I just didn't want you to think you could only go to the one on YouTube, because I don't think you're normally on YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There was another thing that I kind of want. I never really addressed this when it was talked about. What was it, last week or week before last? I remember when Smokey Robinson was talking about being an African, not being an African American, being an American and all that kind of stuff. And look, I don't have a problem with people how they want to label themselves, because all of this stuff is just labels. All of this stuff is just labels. It means not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. It means not a whole lot. But I was listening to Wyatt, and Wyatt was talking about how African American is this stamp that they put on you, and they kind of branded you with it. And I think he said, I'm black. I'm not African American. That's something. But black is also a stamp that you were labeled with, that was put on you, and that we accept it. All of this stuff is just labels. All of it is. So your label ain't necessarily better than somebody else's label. It's different. And it might mean something like people look at things. If I'm of African descent, if I want to call myself an African American, what's wrong with that? It don't mean, I'm an American. My people died and fought for this place. So did the African American. They're the same people. I understand, you got Italian Americans, you got, Asian Americans, you got all of that other stuff. But people label themselves however they want to label themselves. And if it makes sense to them at that time, because eventually, possibly, the idea of African American might go, if you want to call it, out of style. We might one day reject our African heritage, or find out we don't have African heritage, and then come up with something else that has some meaning to us. But if whatever you want to call yourself gives you a sense of pride in who you are, a sense of worth, if it helps fight against what I perceive as the constant attempt in this country to diminish us as Black, African American, American with darker skin, or Negro, or whatever you want to label yourself. If it help you, cool. I'm not against you. I'm not against you calling yourself Black. You know you're not actually Black. Do I have something black here? What is read? This is black. Not the same color. You're not actually Black. That's a label that was put on you. Did you accept it? So there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with being whatever. Like lately, I've been seeing for some Chinese people, like they don't call themselves, some of them don't call themselves Asian American or Chinese American. They call themselves a Chinese person born in America. And I get for them, that empowers them, that, keeps that attachment to their country of origin while acknowledging their American citizenship. I'm not against that. I'm not against that. If it make them feel good. Walter says, didn't Jesse Jackson come up with African American? I doubt if Jesse Jackson came up with it. He might have popularized it. But I doubt that he came up with it. But either way, even if Jesse came up with it, what's wrong with attaching to my African heritage? Which, by the way, I know I have. And the argument could be made, we all do. Meaning every human on the planet. But is it wrong to attach to my African heritage? Ron says, I'm not sure if you're talking to me. Was this comment meant for me? He says, but you call Queen crazy. When have I ever called Queen crazy? See, now you just, if that was directed at me, and that's an if, then you're just lying. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I would have to ask, when have you ever heard me call Queen crazy? Ever? When she made the analogy that she wasn't Black, I think you might be thinking of the wrong person. You might be thinking of the wrong person. I'm fairly certain I've never called Queen crazy. Especially not for saying she wasn't Black. So come on, don't make stuff up. Don't make stuff up. It's plenty of stuff to disagree with me about without making stuff up. Don't make stuff up. Oh, and that reminds me, just so y'all know, I've never texted Jay Wright. Ever. He told Lincoln, yeah, man, you're texting me so and so and so. And I think he was saying that for entertainment purposes, but I've never texted him. Why would you make that up? I don't understand people sometimes. People just say stuff. Tim Scott, he's running for president. Could you vote for a Black Republican? I'm asking the question. I know, Ron, you don't even have to ask. You would vote for a Black Republican. I know. You want to vote for Donald Trump. And if he don't make it, you'll probably vote for any Republican that makes it. But for everybody else, could you vote for a black Republican? And if so, what black Republican have you seen that you're like, I would consider that candidate? Hold on. Angela says, yes, I could. Okay. And no judgment. But I'm asking now, what black Republican have you seen where you're like, I could vote for that guy? If you know, you might not know. Because, just in the theoretical, you're like, look, I will vote for the best candidate. If there was a black Republican candidate saying the things that I thought needed to be said, then that would be the person that I would vote for. I don't disqualify people based on their party. So but that's why I'm asking the second part. Is there a black Republican candidate out that you can think of that you would vote for? Angela says, I can't answer part B. So I take it that what you're saying, Angela, is kind of what I said. Like, I'm not going to disqualify somebody just purely based on their party affiliation. So if the right black Republican came along, I would vote for them. Ron says, I would vote for a black Republican, but I wouldn't vote for Tim Scott. I will vote for Trump, but I won't vote for any Republican that they put forth. I have to tell you, here's what I believe about that. And this is just my belief. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying I don't believe you. Except maybe I believe you would vote for virtually any Republican, maybe except for a black Republican, Ron. That's what I believe. So that's why I believe you won't vote for Tim Scott, because he's a black Republican. But I believe any other Republican you would vote for. And that's just what I believe. I believe you have kind of been brainwashed. I'm just saying what I believe. I'm not stating this as a fact. I believe you've kind of been brainwashed to believe in even nonsensical Republican propaganda. And I think the reason why Tim Scott definitely won't get the nomination, I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. And here's what I'll tell you. If I'm wrong, let me say 45 people watching right now. If I am wrong and Tim Scott ends up getting the nomination, I will give each one of you $10. That's what I'm willing to risk. A whole $10 a piece. If I'm wrong. But I don't think he will. I'm confident in that. I'm confident in that. Here's why I'm confident in it. Because he's black. And he's trying to get the Republican nomination. And I believe there's enough Republicans out there that feel like I believe Ron feels like. And they will never vote for a black person to get that nomination. Caleb says, everybody want to beat you up. People lie on you. What the hell you be doing, Emanuel? I don't know. People get mad at me. They want to fight me. I don't know. I just be telling the truth. Walter says, there is no black Republican out there that I would vote for. All right. Ron says, like you say, there's plenty of stuff to argue with me about, but don't tell a lie. I didn't tell a lie. I didn't tell a lie about you. Everything I said about you is 100% factual. 100%. Tell me, what lie did I say about you? Dante says, if their policies are good for me, yes. Okay, Dante, do you have one? Do you see one anywhere that you, right now, you're like, maybe that person? Brent says, during the George W. days, I could have voted for Colin Powell, but today I don't know of any. I could never have voted for Colin Powell. Never. Is that equivalent to knowing of black Democrats I don't wish to vote for? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And look, I'm not judging you. I'm not saying because you don't know of anyone. I acknowledge the idea that I don't totally disqualify somebody because of their political party is a real thing. And with that being theoretical, right now I don't see any, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't vote for any. So I acknowledge that as a truth. And I don't have a problem with it. I'm just asking the question. I think sometimes when I ask questions, people think he's looking for a reason to attack me. I'm not. I'm just asking questions. It's just a question. That's it. Oh, Ron says, so you are a liar and you're just choosing a lie on purpose. Tell me what lie. LaDonna says, Trump is not black. That's true. Anymore, it's more of what they stand for than their race. No, I would not vote for Tim Scott and never, ever for Trump. Black Lion, I can't see myself voting for any of these House Negroes, regardless of what pink man's political party they're in. I'm tripping on these black people still voting for these people and not receiving any tangibles for their vote. All right. Ron says, Ron, you're entertaining me just in case you didn't know. You're just an idiot and you're trying to suck me in, but I got you. But you didn't tell me the lie. You said I told a lie. I know as a matter of fact that I didn't, but if you can tell me what lie I told, I'll admit to it. I know you can't because I know I didn't. Jerica says, I'm here for the $10. Brent says only $10. That's not enough money to volunteer for Tim Scott's election campaign. Hey, I got $10 for every one of y'all. Do you think this is positioning him for the VP shortlist? Probably. But I don't think that he'll get the VP nod either. Because he's black. And it's the Republican Party. Look, I genuinely believe it when I say it. I view the Republican Party as a hate group. I view the Republican Party as a hate group. That's all they got is they hate. They hate LGBT. They hate black people. They hate black history. They hate, everything that's not white male. They hate white women. They hate white women having a right to determine what they do with their own body. If you're not white male, Christian, or alleged Christian, they hate you. Or they hate something about you. They hate you wanting to be equal to them. I view them as a hate group. And I don't see, it's possible, I don't see a hate group nominating a black dude as the VP. Seriously. I don't see it. Ron says, by the way, I'm independent. I'm not a Republican. Whatever. Everybody can say that because you're probably not a registered Republican. So everybody can say, I'm independent. I'm not a registered Democrat. But I'm basically voting Democrat. The problem with the black Republicans is they have to regurgitate all the racist views the Republican Party believes in order to get the backing of the party. And it will make them look like, And intermittently, we're going to get responses from Ron, but he'll never answer the question because he can't, because I didn't. You just told a whole bunch of lies on me. Again, just name one. If I told a whole bunch, just name one. Just one. Name one. One. Ron, if you can name a lie that I told on you, just one lie, I will give you $300. $300. Name one. All I see are black Republicans like Ken Anderson that never call out their party on their BS. All right. Let's see. If Tim Scott were to say that white supremacy is holding black people back, y'all Democrats would vote for him. I wouldn't. Unless he switched to a different party. I believe that's the only way he would say that. Let me see. Ron says, you know there are black Republicans, right? We're talking about one. What in the world? Ron says, you're entertaining me as well. You just don't know. Okay. But you said I told a lie on you. I'm just asking you to tell us what the lie was. What was the lie? I know you can't because I didn't. I stepped away for a meeting and come back and you done pissed somebody off. Must be about politics. Well, it's Ron. And so if I'm not, kissing Donald Trump's butt, talking about Hunter Biden's laptop and a need to investigate the Clintons again, then I'm off base. So, E-Man, you get a kick out of these petty back and forth conversations. I do. Here's why I do. Because it's an attempt by me anyway to get people to stop having them, right? Like if I say, Walter, that you told a lie, guess what, Walter? I'm going to be able to tell you what the lie was that you told. I'm not just going to be like, you lied on me. And you'll be like, what did I say? You know. Now what? You know. Now what? See, you trying to trap me. I ain't even going to say it. And I want us to stop having those nonsensical portions of the conversation. So I entertain them in hopes of, and it's just hopes, that at some point, the people who have them will say, you know what? Maybe instead of saying this person lied, or instead of stating or misstating this fact, or, whatever, I'll talk about whatever the issue is, as opposed to trying to make it something that it's not. Now, am I confident that that's going to work? Not on everybody. I believe I've actually kind of turned some people to where they're like, I'm not going to say you lied on me about this. And they try to pay attention to the words that they use because words have meanings. So they don't say stuff that just is nonsensical just to say it. So, yeah, I kind of get a kick out of it from an entertainment standpoint, and then I hope it's educational for somebody else. Like somebody listening to the back and forth between me and Ron should be like, here's, in my opinion, this should be the takeaway. By now, Ron know he didn't lie. But Ron can't say, okay, I was wrong, you didn't lie. But Ron probably should just say, okay, you didn't lie. or just leave it the hell alone. Let it go. If I was Ron, I would either just let it go, I would tell him what the lie was, or I would just say, all right, you're right, you didn't lie. One of those three. And then if they find themselves in that position, they like, you know what? I'm not going to say it if it ain't true. That's my hope. Denise Devine says she's late. Well, hello. And then Walter, it turns into like gibberish about nothing. Like this. You go to church every Sunday, but I have a relationship. What that got to do with anything that we talking about? Nothing. It turns into gibberish. Republicans vote on abortion, Second Amendment, being against LGBT people, and wanting the Christian religion to be dominant in the country. Doesn't matter if the person has an economic, education, or a real street safety plan for the most part. Somebody gonna bust all the windows and flat the tires. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Ron says he's the only one that knows that I think he mean panicking. And he's the only one that knows why. Okay. I feel panicked. And you know why. All right. And then sometimes you be like, you know what? maybe some people, I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of a mental thing. Maybe it could be. It could be. I'm not saying it is for certain, but it could be. Oh boy. I don't even know what that means. Oh boy. Vincent is anxious to know why. I am too. Oh boy. I don't even know what that means. Let me tell you, when you do stuff like this, and people just say kind of off the wall bonker stuff, you have options. Like you could just ignore. You could just ignore the person. But I'm not that guy. I'm sorry. I'm not that guy. I'm working on it. I'm working on being that guy. But I'm not that guy. And I have to admit, certain things entertain me that probably shouldn't entertain me. But certain things do. And people just saying off the wall stuff. And I'm going to tell y'all, I believe with every fiber of my being that he really believes what he said. Which makes it even funnier because it's like I talk to myself. I do. I talk to myself. But I think I make sense on both sides of the conversation. I don't just say random stuff that don't make sense contextually. Like, let me see. For example, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun TikTok player. Oh, we're talking about, and again, remember what we're discussing, or at least what we were discussing. Would you vote for a black Republican? And somehow the conversation devolves to, Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Tick-tock player. What the hell? What the hell? What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Would you vote for a black Republican? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Tick-tock player. Is that a yes or a no? Oh my God. Is that a yes or a no? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what that means. But, see, and here's the thing, which is, it's not good. But here's the thing to entertain. This is what y'all have to know about me. This is what y'all have to know about me. Stuff like that is funny. Oh my God. It made me choke to death. Because when I laugh, it messes with my... stuff like that is funny to me. Because I believe that in his mind, he really believed it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Tick-tock player. What are we counting down to? Is the countdown to you voting for a black Republican? What's the countdown? The countdown is to me voting for a black Republican? I gotcha. What you got? I said, would you vote for a black Republican? Gotcha. What you got? You panicking now. About what? What am I panicking about? And in his head, he thinking, I got him now. Ooh, I got him. What you got? What are we counting down to? Tick-tock player. What? Oh my God. What are we counting down to? If anybody got any sense, oh, they see you panicking. They see it. Oh, what am I panicking about? Just tell me what I should be panicking about, so at least I got enough sense to panic about it. What should I be panicking about? You voting for a black... I'm panicking because one day I'm going to vote for a black Republican. One day I'm going to be a black Republican. What? What? TikTok player. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am too. Ron, please. Ron says I ain't gonna put you on blast on your own show. Please do. Teach me a lesson. Look, I haven't learned a good lesson in a long time. And you might not know this about me, Ron. But if I'm wrong, I've been wrong before. If I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. If I'm saying something just stupid, remember when I thought only black people couldn't get the coronavirus? Remember that? I didn't believe it, but I said it enough to where I was like, maybe. That was stupid. See how that was stupid. I'll admit it. Please. Ron, I am begging you. I'm begging you for two things. Number one, tell me what lie I told about you. And number two, please put me on blast on my own show and tell me what the hell I'm panicking about. And do it quickly because TikTok player, I don't want to get caught whenever the alarm go off, not even knowing. Please. please? I just want to know. I just want to know. It's the clock to doom. It's the clock to doom. I just want to know. Oh, psychology now. People didn't know anything about body language. I think he means people that know anything about body language knows that laughter is a distraction. I'll see y'all. He leaving now. What? What? He leaving? Hold on. You said I lied. And then you put me on the clock to doom. And then you just leave? Now I am bad again. What is about to happen? What in the hell is about to happen? It's not normal. It's not normal. Like if we was on the street, if we was just out on the street and I'm walking minding my own business. Let's say I'm in, Walmart. And an older brother come up to me and he looked me dead in my eyes and he say, "It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Tick-tock, player." And then leave. I think I might be afraid. That might scare the F out of me. Like, baby, did you see what just happened? I can tell you right now, Mrs. Livingston is on my team. She is on my team. She is down with me. But I think by the time I turn around to ask her what just happened, she might be gone. She might have left me. That would scare me. And I think that's what just happened. Oh my goodness. TikTok player. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. He waiting on me outside. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it do sound like he got some dirt on me. I'm nervous. Maybe he know that person. Remember I told y'all the story? I was out there cutting the grass and one of the special people in the neighborhood came by and was really aggressive. And he was like, "Better not nothing fly over here and hit me." And I was just like, what the? And Mrs. Livingston, she still think that's funny. She still think that's funny. And in her mind, she has pictured me getting beat up by a special person because of the lawnmower. And I think when she envisions it, she just busts out laughing. And I'll be like, baby, number one, that's not funny. That would not be funny. That would be like a lose-lose situation for me. You can't beat up a special person, but at the same time, you can't allow yourself to get beat up by a special person. And in her head, that is the funniest thing in the world. I don't know what's happening. Now I'm beefing with, maybe I shouldn't say Lincoln ran in the Special Olympics. Maybe that's what's catching up with me. And some of the special people are just like mad at me. Like it's karma. It's karma. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. TikTok player. Who has a gun? Why do we have guns? Who has a gun? Oh boy. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Oh. How did I hurt his feelings? Like he kept saying I was lying on him. Remember when I was talking about the fact that I don't believe that, he would vote for a black Republican? I know I didn't lie because I kept saying, I can't say this for a fact, but this is what I believe. That can't be a lie if I actually believe it. I think what he was trying to say was, some of that stuff you said I don't agree with. So since it wasn't true, you were lying. But I'm telling you what I believe about you, not what's factual about you. So it can't be a lie if I actually believe it. And because of that, that's when he was like, you lied on me. And I offered him $300. I was serious. If he'd have came up with an actual lie that I told, I'd have gave that man $300. But I knew I didn't lie. And then he said I was panicking. And then the famous line, I'm not going to say the line no more because it makes me laugh. And when I laugh, I cough. So I'm not going to say the line no more. I'm off at it. You can see it in my face because laughing is a distraction. That's anybody who know body language know that. Oh, just think if all your adversaries got together, it would be like the Legion of Doom. Just a really slow version of the Legion of Doom. Oh. You would have Ron, I guess, when he's Brainiac. That is not that funny. Oh, but it is hilarious to me. Ron would be Brainiac. He uses his brain. Oh, all my enemies. And you would have what? Vernon. I guess he would be Grodd. I don't know why he would be Grodd. Something about the way he walked. Oh, he would just be taking little shots at me on the Lincoln Wear show. Oh, he gonna pot shot me to death. I heard the shot he took today on the Lincoln Wear show. It was hilarious. I didn't get to catch but like a few minutes of the Lincoln show. And I turned on and dude like, Terrence is the best male producer you ever had. I'm like, oh. So you're saying I was not a good producer? I didn't have nothing to do with that conversation. How did I get injected into that? Oh, then you have Lindsay. Oh, invite me over for a little dinner and a murder. Oh, I don't know who he would be. I guess that would be like the Riddler, maybe. That's the best I can put it together. Come over my house. Come on over my house so I can murder you. Who says yes to that invitation? Nobody says yes to that invitation. Nobody. Come over to the house so I can murder you. What the hell? Oh, my Legion of Doom. Oh, they're the only ones I could think. No, because you got R-Dub. You got R-Dub. Oh my goodness. He's just trying to find me. Go from page to page, try to find me. My Legion of Doom. I think, no doubt, Ron is the leader. Oh, Ron is the leader. Oh boy. All my adversaries got together. That would be terrible. That would be horrible. Don't let me catch you out in traffic. Like, what? Who threatens to catch somebody in traffic? That was the first time I ever heard that as a threat. I'd never heard that as a threat. Because you randomly catch people in traffic, You'll be driving like, oh, there is cousin so-and-so. That's random. That's random. You can't even plan for that. Maybe that's the genius of it. You can make sure you don't come over to my house for dinner and a murder. But the randomness of catching you in traffic, that'll make an end panic. Like, I can't go nowhere because the randomness of being caught in traffic and murderized right there on the street. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh boy. Yeah, these are all actual threats that I've received. I'm not even making it up. They're actual threats. Oh boy. You're horrible. There's nothing wrong with special needs people nor the Special Olympics. No, I never said there was anything wrong with special needs people or the Special Olympics. Oh, the special guy, he got to be in the Legion of Doom because he wanted to fight me on the off chance that something flew out of the lawnmower and hit him. He was ready to fight me. Like, he was for real ready to fight me, y'all. The look on his face was the most serious, like, nothing better come out of that. Like, he was serious. Oh, boy. Oh. We have heard the so-called special person side of the story. He probably was about to whoop E-Man's ass. He was definitely about to give it a shot. He was definitely about to give it a shot. You would be on his team, by the way. You are definitely in the Legion of Doom. No doubt about it. Oh, boy. Oh, let's see. Are you able to finish your show? The show is over. The show is over. It's over. Oh, Lindsay will be bizarro. Oh, he be calling in. Like, and I'll be like, look, everybody saw the message. Everybody, you said this stuff on an open forum on Facebook. I didn't make it up. You say everybody saw you talking about you getting your son to do it for you. I wouldn't do it. My son do it for me. Everybody saw it. And then be like, why is he talking about I said that? I never said that. He trying to get me in trouble. Like, we read it. We all read it together. Yeah, Janice, you did. You did. The show is over. The show is over. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I imagine Wyatt is on now. Definitely go check Wyatt out. I'm just trying to put it all together. If all of my adversaries got together and formed the Legion of Doom, boy, that would be terrible. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Tick-tock, player. Oh. And y'all had to understand, he is serious as hell. He is as serious as a person can be. Who says TikTok player? I don't know what that means. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Who says that? did I talk about Vernon's wife and grandkids? Yes, of course I did. In this context, y'all remember we had watched the video of the police officer shooting the dude in the back of the head, and Vernon was like, well, so what? He shouldn't have, he should have just did what police said do. So what? So what? And I was like, but bro, how would you feel if that was your daughter? If that was your wife? If that was that little grandbaby that you love so much? Would you still be rejoicing about it? Would you still think it's good? Oh well, he shouldn't have tried to get away. What if that was somebody you love? Yeah, your wife. Yeah, your daughter. Yeah, your grandchild. That was the context that I talked about his wife, his daughter, his grandchild. And it bothered him so that he hates me now for making him think about the thought of his loved one getting caught in one of those horrible situations. So now he hates me. Oh, he talked about my daughter. No, I asked, what if it was her? What if it was her? And somebody, on radio, on the air, laughing about it. Celebrating. Well, she shouldn't have. That wouldn't be good. And because of that, he hates me now. But he still can't put those two together. Like, maybe I shouldn't do it when it's somebody else's son. Maybe I shouldn't celebrate the death of somebody else's son, because now I know what it would feel like, because I believe he really thought about it. That's the only reason for him to be as mad as he is. He really thought about it. And he thought, he experienced, sometimes you can really think about something and you can just get a little taste of the weight of the grief that would come down if you lost a loved one. You ever experienced that? I think that's what he experienced. But it still ain't gonna change his mind. He's still gonna celebrate when a young black unarmed man gets shot in the back of the head by the police. His way of coping with it was to hate me, not to change his ways. That's sad. But yes, I did talk about his wife and his grandkids. Try to get him to see it from the other perspective. And he saw it, but the only thing he got out of it was, I hate him. Sad. Sad. I might put that on a t-shirt. That one, TikTok player, that one, yes. Yes. Not rockabye. Oh. Oh, TikTok player. Yes, TikTok player. And right, Tria, he is never going to forgive me for making him think about and experience that profound level of grief, even if only for that long. Because you wouldn't hate somebody if you didn't, actually just for a moment, you really thought about it and it just hit you like, oh my God, I hate him. I hate him. You know what he looked like? Yeah, I know what he looked like. I don't know what Lindsay looked like. So I wouldn't even know if I ran into him in traffic. I wouldn't even know. That's the terrible part. I would just be in bad shape. Oh. Emanuel, I think it's your delivery. Oh, the delivery was deliberate. I wanted it to be so graphic and deliberate, because I was graphic with it and quite deliberate to paint the actual picture of it happening to his loved one. And of course, the goal was to get him to see, what do they call it? Empathize. To get him to empathize with the families who lose loved ones to police violence unnecessarily. That was the goal. That was the goal. So yeah, I painted the picture. And apparently I did a good job. Lincoln Way Rewind at Fanon's grand opening. Check it out. Okay, I have to check it out. I have to know. If I look over, I have to know that's him. Get the hell out of there. And you talking about not putting on no turn signals or nothing? I'm out. I don't know why, though. I don't know why. But it is. I have a long list of, and y'all know I don't bother nobody. Daryl, who probably won't watch this show anymore. He got mad at me. Again, it was about LeBron James. And he talking about moving furniture and not from house to house. Because he said something about me, about that show. Not show. The thing that Brent put up on the Buzz thing. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it. He called me some little man, and I said, okay, well, that's fine. But I don't want to have sex with LeBron. That's disrespectful. See, why you got to insult somebody? Why you got to... I was like, you started with the insults. No, I didn't. You said something about it. You don't remember calling me a little man? You don't remember that? I'm like, you can't insult people and then be mad when they insult you back. You could have just disagreed. We can disagree. But I keep telling y'all how I'm wired. If you insult me, I'm insulting you back. And you be mad. Well, why you insult me? Why you insult me? So yeah, he probably won't. Is it Daryl Carpenter? He probably won't watch the podcast no more. But I told him, if you give respect, I will give respect. If you hurl insults, I will hurl insults. I'm kind of matching the energy that I'm getting for the most part. That's what I'm doing. I'm matching the energy. I liked him in the chat too, but he got mad. And instead of saying, oh, you're right, I did like throw a shot at you, I shouldn't have, my bad. He want to move furniture. You know what I'm saying? What? But again, I try to be cool. I try to not bother people. I would imagine that y'all cannot come up with, like, now, it don't count, like, in the context of a call and somebody say something nutty and I say, yeah, that's kind of bonkers. I don't really consider that the same as an insult. I don't consider that I'm not like, you a stupid MF. That would be an insult. But I don't do that. We disagree. It is what it is. I might not like what you said. I might think what you said is bonkers. I might think that it sounds like a person who lacks the ability to reason on a rational level. But that's still not an insult. Not a, like a, like you ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You can't really come up with a time when I've done that. When I've just started with the insults. You can't really come up with a time when I've done that, because I don't do that. Now, I would imagine you can probably come up with a whole lot of times when people start insulting me and I return insults. But look, it's like 5:30. I got to get out of here. I appreciate all of y'all for spending some time with me. Again, tomorrow, I do plan on being here, and I plan on being here. The afternoon experiment pages. The afternoon experiment pages. I plan on being here Thursday and Friday. Because I got to do it. I ain't did a toast in a minute. So I plan on being here Thursday and Friday. Check me out. Oh, I got to get out of here. Check out Wyatt. He be doing some good shows. He be having some actual good topics, some thought-provoking stuff. He does a good job. And I think he do like 4 shows a day now. So you can check him out. But I believe he's probably on now. So go check him out. It's been the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. TikTok player. What the hell does that mean? I'm nervous. Until the next time, y'all have a good one. I'm out, y'all. Peace.